Well guys, I have another shopping story to share with you, and you won't believe what our local Walmart is doing. So today I went to Walmart to get paint, and to make a long story short, there's no way to make it short, so I'm just going to start now. My wife and I, Rachel, we decided to repaint some of our kids' furniture in their bedroom because we are in the process of changing around some rooms. If you guys have been following the channel here, you know, I built an attic upstairs. Caleb's moving his room to the bonus room, and Kaya's moving into Caleb's room, and we're going to build an office in Kaya's room. Well, anyways, I went to Walmart to buy paint, and as soon as I get up to the paint section, you know, you walk through Walmart, and I went straight there because usually it takes, 20 to 30 minutes for them to mix the paint, and I had some groceries and some other stuff I needed to get. Well, there was no workers in sight anywhere in that department. And I'm thinking, this is odd, because usually I noticed for years and years at our local Walmart, which is 30 minutes away from where we live, in any direction, that's the shortest route to any Walmart. But at this particular Walmart I usually go to, it's usually an older gentleman that's always working there, or an older woman. Well, in this case, there was nobody at all. So I looked around and I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to match the paint colors. Rachel, my wife, sent me with some samples. I got them right here. Caleb's doing his room in camo, so I was going to match it to this dark green, like an olive drab. And then Kaya is wanting to do her nightstand in this purple, the light purple that you see right here. Well, anyways, I pull out the samples and I'm matching the colors and this and that, and I'm trying to kill time just waiting for somebody to come to that department to help me. Nobody ever came, so I went ahead and matched the colors, and then I was like, well, they're still not coming, so I'm going to try to get the paint. So I went over to the aisle that has the paint. You know, usually it's like a white, and then they mix all the colors in to make it whatever color you choose on your card that you take them. Well, I went and picked all that out. Nobody came. So I went to the desk and I was like, well, maybe if I stand here for a minute, somebody will come. Nobody came. And I finally looked over and there's a little like bell, and it says ring for assistance. So I went to go ring it, and there's a little note, like a little bitty note that you just barely see. And it actually says, due to being out of white pigment, we can no longer mix any paint. And I was thinking, I wonder if that's all paint or what. I'm thinking, this is weird. So finally, I went around to the next department over, like the home furnishing department or whatever, and found a young lady. And I asked her, I said, hey, you got anybody working in paint right now? They're like, well, no. I can help you if you need to find something, but we can't mix any paint. I'm like, how come? And she said, there is no white pigment to mix in with the paint to make the colors. I guess, you start out with just a white can of paint, just like this, like a gallon can of paint, say it's white, and she said they have to have the white pigment to mix any color, which I never heard of that. So I got to talking to her, and I asked her, I was like, well, do you know when you will get any? Because we're trying to do this right now. We're in the process of moving them, but we wanted to wait until we get everything painted, that way we can make everything match and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, she said, no, there's no telling when we're going to get it in. I said, what about the Walmart in the next town over, which is another 25 minutes from there? And she said that they were out as well. Now, I don't know if this is a national shortage, kind of like the lumber thing, or what's going on. The lumber, I just did the video about Lowe's. The lumber prices are so sky high, I can't afford to do the projects I need to do right now. I'm trying to save up some money. And hopefully Dutch will get his sawmill soon, and if he does, then we can maybe mill up some lumber, and we can work some bartering out with him, since we both have land with a lot of hardwoods on it. We have a lot of mature trees. Either one of us, we can mill up some lumber pretty quick, and it would be some nice oak that I'd probably do. But anyways, back to the story about the paint. I have not checked at Lowe's yet. We might go tomorrow night or sometime when we get off work to see if Lowe's has any paint. But I'm just curious, is this a nationwide thing? Just like the lumber prices going up, just like the freezers, you can't find the freezers. I just talked to a subscriber through email just this morning saying that they were fixing to process a bunch of chickens, but that were holding off because they don't have the freezer space, they got online at their local Home Depot, their local Lowe's, and they cannot find freezers anywhere. And I'm not sure what state they're in, but that is national for sure. And I did verify as well with the lumber prices that they are national. From what I'm hearing, China is buying up a lot of our lumber, and then the forest fires, and then the whole COVID thing, a lot of workers were not working, so the lumber that is being produced is being shipped overseas from what I'm hearing. So, man, whoever would have thought that paint, white pigment, there's a shortage of white pigment maybe? I don't know. It's weird, but it was not a failed trip to Walmart because I went for groceries and a lot of other stuff, and I ended up not just getting one thing. And I can kind of talk about it if you get what I'm saying. So it is almost deer season here in Oklahoma for youth hunts. And last year I was able to buy Caleb his first Freedom Stick, and it was a 243 Remington 700. And what that is it's actually a youth version, and these are a youth model. I'm sorry. These are very, very hard to find around here because hunting white-tailed deer in Oklahoma is very popular. And you know, you grow up, it's tradition. When you're 6 or 7 years old, you start going out with your uncles, your grandpas, your dads, your cousins, everybody. You know, it's just something you teach your kids when you're young, and it's just pretty much a way of life, just like fishing around here. And it's a way to provide meat for our family. And anyways, I've been looking for a solid year since last year. Rachel and I went to Walmart one night and walked over to the hunting section, and they actually had one in stock, which, like I said, they are unheard of. They're very hard to find. So that is one thing that Walmart is doing awesome. They're keeping that stuff stocked up, so thank you so much. They also had a lot of ammo stocked up, so that was another plus. Yeah, so there you go. It was not a failed adventure because, like I said, I think we're 2 to 3 weeks away from the youth season, and we got to start getting some practice in. We got to go fill up our deer feeders with some corn and get our cameras out to see what we're going to be, maybe that's coming up on our hunting land. You know, you always see, last year we seen some big old wild hogs on our hunting land. We got some deer stands out and stuff like that, but that's going to be coming up soon in a video, so stay tuned for that. So even though Walmart didn't have the paint, they did have this Remington 700 and a 243 youth model, which is a plus because Kaya is 8 years old, and she has not got to kill a deer yet. She did get to go with me and Caleb last year when he harvested his first deer in his lifetime. It was an awesome moment. We caught most of it on camera. We have a video out. Even though YouTube doesn't push videos with things like this in there or hunting, I did a skinning video and stuff like that, and YouTube don't push it at all. They don't like that kind of stuff. But back to the video topic. That wasn't the topic as well, but you know, I'm not slamming Walmart by no means. I appreciate all the workers that go to work every day, and I appreciate them keeping the shelves stocked and everything else. And now they're not requiring you to wear a mask, so if you don't want to wear a mask, you don't have to. That's everybody's preference. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, paint. If you guys have any projects coming up that requires paint or anything like that, you might go check it out because we've been putting this off for a couple weeks, just like the lumber projects I've been wanting to do. And then when I actually go to get the stuff, there is none. So this is just another little heads up video, guys. You know, it's just one of those things that you do not expect. When you go to the lumber store, you expect them to have lumber and you expect the prices to be normal. When you go to a paint store like Lowe's or Walmart, you expect them to have everything they need to mix paint because that's a huge department. And every time I'm in Walmart, I always see customers in the paint section buying the paint. So I know it's a good business for them. And where we live, we live in rural northeast Oklahoma. There is nothing open on the weekends that really sells paint besides Lowe's and Walmart. And like I said earlier, they're all at least 30 minutes away. So, you know, it's not just a short drive down the road to get there. So, back to the paint. We're going to go to Lowe's tomorrow or sometime this week and try to see. I'm going to call first this time. I should have called already and said, hey, do you guys have white pigment to mix paint, but who would have thought? So I will call our local, I'll call our nearest Lowe's tomorrow just to make sure we're not going to waste another trip, and see if they can mix some paint for us. That way we're not just wasting a trip down there. But anyways, guys, just wanted to bring that to your attention because I'd never seen this coming, just like the freezers, just like the lumber. Just another video in the series of surprises, I guess. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, are you guys doing any painting projects coming up? Have you guys ran into this problem? Or is this just a local problem? Like I said, when I asked the associate there at Walmart, she did say that our local Walmart and the one in the town over from them was actually out of the white pigment. So I don't know. I guess since everybody's home from COVID, everybody's doing these projects. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. So like this video, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.